Hi everyone, Chris here, and today I wanted to talk about course evaluation rubrics, and specifically the rubrics that are used to evaluate courses. So not rubrics inside of a course, but rather rubrics that instructional designers can use to evaluate the course that they're developing or that someone else has developed and they want a review of. So I'm in academia, in education, and so in that kind of world, I find that Quality Matters is the rubric that kind of really dominates. So the Quality Matters rubric is just a fantastic reference, resource and reference. And while they're public and open, free rubrics are great, their annotated rubrics are fantastic. Unfortunately, to get access to the annotated rubrics, you have to be a member and you have to go through the class and whatnot. And so the fee for being a member is about $175. At least it was when I took my notes. $175 per rubric. So they have a higher ed rubric, a K-12 rubric, and a continuing or professional studies standards rubric. But what do you do if your school's not a rubric, school's not a member, and you don't have the money yourself to go and dump on this? Well, there are some other rubrics that are sort of fit the same kind of mold. So I'm going to read off my list of fun course evaluation rubrics that are free. And I'm going to stick a link to all of these with the video, or if you're listening to the podcast version, with the show notes. So we have the University of Illinois has a very useful rubric that they've released under Creative Commons. And wow. And so they have helps with online course development. They offer downloadable copies with room for comments and whatnot. The University of Southern Mississippi Learning Enhancement Center has an online course development guide and rubric. And it's essentially a rubric, so I kind of like it. It doesn't have as many of the specifics as some of the other rubrics out there, but it's really, really cool. Then the Michigan Community College Association has another rubric. And one of the things that I like about this rubric is that it covers the importance of support for the faculty as well as course maintenance, which a lot of people kind of like gloss over. Yeah, we wrote the course 3 years ago and all that social media stuff is still current. Yeah. And then the Clayton Wright from the Grant, oh God, I'm going to pronounce this wrong. Clayton Wright from Grant McCowan, whatever, college has a very detailed outline that works as a great checklist or a rubric, depending on how you approach it. It's really comprehensive. It has over 100 points to check. And the links to all of these will be with the video or with the show notes if you're listening to the podcast version. And that's my sort of tip for today. Check out these course evaluation rubrics. And even if you're not in education, if you're not in academia, you're still creating learning experiences. So having a personalized rubric for the things that are important to you and for your style of course development is a fantastic resource. And you don't even have to share it with anyone. This could be your checklist for going in, and this could be your personal QA for checking out before you submit things. And it really, having a rubric, having this point of this place to check, can dramatically increase the quality of your work. It sort of gives you that pause, and and a lot of the rubrics give you that checklist going in. Have I remembered to stick in the privacy policies for all the software we're going to be using? All these little details. And then on the other side, people are like, wow, you really have a good attention to detail. And maybe you have all that in your head, or maybe you're going down the rubric before you let anybody else see it. Anyway, so that's my tip for the day. Check out Course Assessment Rubrics, and I'll talk with you tomorrow.